Hey, what's up? It's Mr. Leonidas here. This is just going to be a simple tabletop review of a pretty awesome knife. This is the Heckler & Koch Entourage, made by Benchmade. First off, I want to say it is made in the USA, so that's pretty awesome. I'll go ahead and show you on the blade. You can see it right there. I also want to say this is like more of a sport camera, so it doesn't have an autofocus. I apologize. So let's talk about what it comes with first. And the price tag's still on here, and it says $164.99. I did not pay that for this knife. I paid a little bit less. I know you can get it online for probably around, I would say, last I saw it was like 150. I think it goes anywhere from 140 to 160, so average price is 150. So first off, it comes with this cool H&K, the Heckler & Koch box. Like I said, made by Benchmade in the USA. Let's open it up and see what else it came with. Awesome microfiber cloth that you can, I'll show you, it's perfect size for the knife. It's like a microfiber drawstring cloth, so it just slides in there, just like that. Drawstring. It's got the cool H&K symbol on that, so that's pretty much a win. That's not as common for knives to come with a little microfiber bag, so like I said, that's a total win in my book. Just set that right there. The other thing in the box, I believe it has registration. Yeah, you can register your H&K Entourage if you'd like. This is just pretty much a standard auto knife, but it's a side release, not a true out the top. And I'm going to just kind of start with the blade and give you some just basic information. There's information you can read off of a list, but I haven't seen much usage, let alone any EDC videos, so I'm just going to kind of go as briefly as I can. So the blade is, it only comes in the Tonto style. You can do the combo edge, which I chose, or there's just the plain edge. It is the Tonto. It is a flat grind, and I don't know if you can tell on the top, but the way the grind is set up, it's kind of ground out, and it kind of pushes out towards the tip, so that really has a good strong Tonto point, good piercing point. The blade material is 440C stainless, which is okay. Not too thrilled about that, but the past month or so that I've owned this, been using it, EDCing it daily, it's held up pretty well. I think I just had to kind of sharpen it once to clean up a few nicks. But other than that, I really like the blade. So it's kind of hit or miss on certain knife brands with the 440C stainless. And on a folding knife like this, stainless steel isn't going to hurt you. It has the awesome H&K symbol right there. And like I said earlier, the USA on the side has the patent numbers there on the blade. So awesome blade, good style. Like I said, good piercing point with the Tonto. The blade length on this H&K Entourage is 3.74 inches, so it's close to a good 4 inches of blade length. And that's one thing I really like about this knife is I prefer folding knives that are good. I like it. I prefer to have over a 3-inch blade. I know there's a lot of people who like to carry knives with a smaller blade, anywhere from 2 inches to 3 inches. I prefer a folding knife that has over a 3-inch blade. Now, the closed length is just under 5 inches, it's 4.7 inches. So overall, but it's a good slim design, and I think it works well in in just jeans or dress pants. Like I said, it's like sort of like a gentleman's tactical knife, but I think it's got a good blade length and then a good handle length. I have, I guess, longer fingers and sort of a larger hand. Not the beefiest hand, but it seems like knives like these that are sort of a little bit longer work for me very well. So I'll move on to the handle. It's made out of aluminum. It's a black anodized finish. I believe the blade is like similar sort of finish. I believe the handle is pretty much what I would say very smooth and ergonomic. And it has these two lines that go down either side. I think kind of gives it that, I don't know, entourage feel. And when I say the handle is ergonomical on this knife, there is jimping that is forward towards the blade on the handle. There's jimping on the rear of the handle of the knife, so it gives it extra grip when cutting or slicing. There's more jimping on the inside of where the blade slings out in the kind of that finger groove. And then lastly, about kind of the ergonomics of the handle, I want to say with that black anodized finish, it makes it very slip resistant. So when you hold it, I personally feel that it just wouldn't slip out of your hand very easily. So that's just, and like I said, it's just a good feel in the hand, and feels very resistant to slipping and sliding, especially with that extra jimping on kind of like the thumb area, the forefinger, and then the rear of the knife. The button release is very smooth. It has a lock, and you can see that it's red, so it will unlock and flick the blade out. You can flick that up, and the lock works very well. Like I said, flick it back down, and then the next best thing is you can flick the lock all the way up, cover up the red. Your knife is not going to close up on your hand if you slip and hit the button. I have not tried this when my hands were wet, nor when I was wearing gloves, but the button does feel solid enough and large enough to where I don't think it would be an issue. I have had that issue on other knives, where if your hand is greasy or wet, you're going to have issues unlocking or locking the blade or opening it. I don't believe this will be a problem on this. It's more like just a really beefed up thumb stud, and has kind of rounded grooves in it. So I think it works really well. So I'm just going to lock that up. And onto the pocket clip, it is set for tip up carry. And as you can tell, there is a little bit of space between the pocket clip and the handle, which I think is pretty good. So it's a good stout steel pocket clip. So when you slide it on your pants, it's not extremely tight, but it's tight enough to where it's going to work just fine. You'll be able to pull it out and no issues. But it won't be scratching the handle back and forth of it smacking against it. It's really hard to smack the pocket clip against it, which I think is a very, very good way to pay attention to detail. So yeah, I love the pocket clip. The material, like that black anodized finish, has not been caught up on anything. It has not been scratched so far. Whereas I've seen on some knives, it's almost just like a simple spray painted finish. It gets scratched, torn up. The blade will do the same thing. This blade has seen use. It has not been scratched. The finish has not been scratched off. So that's another thing. They paid, like I said, they really paid attention to detail. This knife is more expensive, but I think it's money well spent. To me, this is like a gentleman's tactical knife, and the reason I say that is I feel like I could carry this knife, and I have. I've carried it with a suit, wearing a suit and tie comfortably. It weighs about 4.5 ounces. Since the handle is aluminum and the blade is a steel, you're not getting a whole lot of weight overall. And really, when you pop the blade out, that's where the weight comes out, and that's what you kind of want. Is more of your. I feel like that's what you're going to want, is the weight on the cutting edge. So all in all, I'm really liking this knife. I don't really carry it out in the field that much because I prefer just your standard heavier duty liner locks. That's just a thing with me. I don't mind carrying auto knives out in the field, but like I said, I don't prefer it. I prefer to urban EDC like a knife like this. Like I would definitely. For me, this is a good knife to wear when you're dressed up, or just maybe, I don't know, just kind of going a night out in town. It's a good primary blade or a backup folding blade. And every time I flick the blade out, it's smooth, fast, and I like it. It's been a good knife. But it was more expensive, like I said. But I think if you want a good kind of urban carry EDC knife, this one is definitely a winner. And the finish is excellent. And it's already, like I said, I've kind of like brushed up against things here and there. Hasn't really received any scratches, so this one's working for me. But anyway, that's pretty much all I have on the H&K Benchmade Entourage. This is Mr. Leonidas signing out, and I appreciate your time.